exciting episode of KOFCAST Super Desperation Radio. We stop counting the episodes eventually, don't we?
We're on episode like F0 right now.
Oh, sweet. I love that episode.
So, good evening, everyone. We're all recovering from Aftershock.
Hey.
Before we get started, we just want to let everyone know this is pretty much going to be strictly an Aftershock show, because... Whoa, hold on. Heard my echo. I just heard my echo. I forgot I opened up the window. We're going to make this strictly Aftershock, because none of us can remember what happened at the run back. We don't think there's anything else that happened. There may be some international stuff that happened over the past few days, but we were busy helping out with Aftershock stuff, so we cannot...
The shit that matters.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can't ask a man to go to participate in an event while also, commentating and running it, and then be like, oh yeah, I totally had enough time to watch everything else and know what's going on.
Yeah, it's a little tougher than it needed to be.
Only human.
But yeah, so since we are strictly talking about Aftershock, I guess we're more open to things like call-ins and Twitter discussions and whatnot, so...
Yeah.
Oh, Cap1 says the run back had the same exact top 3 as previous week, so well...
Oh, and you
mystery
know what,
solved.
Shout out to Cap1 making like the 2.5-hour drive alone.
Yes,
up
very
to,
cool of him
Santa
to show
Barbara
up.
for Aftershock. Like all these guys from SoCal were saying they were going to come up, they were going to support the team, or this is for KOF at least. They were going to come up, they were going to support the team, and all that stuff. The only people who really showed for KOF was Cap1, Shoujo Tony, Kane 317, Super FX.
Shout out to Paul.
Shiggle BMX. I think that's about it. Like everyone else that showed up from SoCal for KOF was either playing or was working the show. And yes, shout outs to Super FX indeed.
Yes. But no, that was cool to have like that amount of people up, because like the venue was actually pretty small.
Yeah, it was small, but it was the right size for an event like this.
Yeah. And
it's like... Oh, sorry, go on.
No, I'm just saying it's like, so like it's probably almost for the better that too many people didn't show up, because then we would have been a bit more uncomfortable than we already were, I think.
You know what the room looked like to me from when I saw it on stream?
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of like like 2 prize fighter weigh-ins. It seemed like that kind of room.
Well, here's the thing, for the room was actually awesome for what it was for. Like, what it needed to do, it was perfect. But, like, like, for me, I guess I sweat a lot. So, it was a little bit doubled by the fact that the room was just stuffy, and I'm on the mic, and I'm getting hype. And yes, I did do that on purpose. I wanted to sweat up the headphones for James Chen again.
Well, see, okay, the original plan, it wasn't supposed to be for James Chen. We were supposed to give it to Ultra David this time, so we can get Ultra David, because like Magus did the smart thing. Magus took the other headphones.
Right.
He saw where you were sitting. He's like, I'm not gonna sit there. So Ultra David had to take those, but I don't think they were all like sweaty and stuff, because Roger Dodger absorbed all the sweat that was in those headphones.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Yo, nice guy, Roger Dodger.
Nice guy, Roger Dodger. Doesn't get any classier.
Schultz. Oh, gotta love it, man.
Oh man, but no, really cool event, despite the outcome.
Honestly, well, the outcome. Okay, so SoCal, for those who didn't watch, SoCal won KOF and NorCal won Marvel. Like some people don't care for Marvel, some people don't care for KOF, but both were actually really, really good to watch. Outside of 2 matches in the KOF portion, everything else was close. Everything else was a really good match. And then with Marvel, everything was amazing. Like from start to finish, that was the best Marvel event I've seen in a long time.
I'd have to say.
Like I personally feel this was probably the best event I've been to or watched outside of Evo. It was fun in every way. Like everyone there was like just talking shit. Everyone there was having fun. The matches were like great to watch. The only thing I wanted more of was NorCal people in the crowd, because for the most part it was dominated by SoCal people, since Santa Barbara is like 2 to 3 hours away from SoCal.
Right.
It was easier for our people to make the drive, and you would hear SoCal people going nuts when they win, And when a NorCal guy wins, it's like you hear like maybe 5 to 7 people like, yay!
Golf claps. We fight like gentlemen.
Exactly. And yeah, it was. There's nothing bad I have to say about the event. Like, I play winner, Ultra Chen, Chris Seglia, all of them. They made this, like, all the work they put into this event made it like amazing.
Yeah.
Especially Chris Seglia.
Yeah.
Dude, cannot talk enough about what Chris Seg did for like the whole event, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not even sure this is 100% his idea, but like, dude, he took charge of it and like that was Papa Bear all weekend.
Yeah, okay. For those who don't know, okay, the main thing everyone loved about the event was the player intros. All of that was Chris Seglia.
Yep.
Okay, he did that. He spent a lot of time working on these things. He drove down to SoCal on his day off from work, recorded all the Marvel guys. He tried to record some of the KOF people, but he couldn't find the time to do it. So in the end, he chopped it up to where it was only Hell Pockets and Metaphysics talking about the KOF, because he only had one NorCal person for KOF, and he had two SoCal people. He didn't want to make it seem like super biased towards SoCal, and I'm pretty sure he wanted NorCal to win because he's NorCal too. What else was it? All the player introductions before Marvel, those were great, especially Hanzo Gonzo.
Mm-hmm.
It's everything Hanzo Gonzo said was just great. Everyone in the crowd loved it, and when I looked at stream chat, everyone in stream chat loved it.
Yeah.
And it's something else, when these intros were playing, the entire crowd was silent. Outside of laughs, the entire crowd was silent. Like, they were just dead silent watching this. It goes to show that if the production quality of an event is good, people will appreciate it. Like, no one said one bad thing about this, outside of like some negative garbage from the SoCal KOF guys. Like, nothing. Or this is prior to the event, of course. No one said anything bad about the event, other than that.
No, there's nothing bad to say about it, man.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the venue right across the street from the beach.
Oh, awesome.
Okay, so like I came in with KOFCAST. We came in like at night. We were looking out and we both said, it's kind of dark out there. Huh, whatever. And then on the way back down, we looked to our right going down the 101. We're like, oh wow, that's amazing. This is what we missed coming in. Oh wow.
That's why they call it the scenic route, man. It's like really beautiful.
It is beautiful. Damn, man. I just wish like we could do stuff like this more often. It's hard to get all the players together, and these days it's just way too hard to schedule an event because there's too many tournaments going on now. And I personally, like, several of us that were at the event that helped out with it, we all agree that doing something like this, it needs to be a standalone event. You can't do it at a major, because if let's say hypothetically we did something like this at final round, for the most part it's going to be overshadowed by the finals of that event. So like final round Marvel top 8 will overshadow East versus West Coast most likely. The only time I've seen an exhibition like this overshadow the finals was SCR 5-on-5. That's it for KOF.
Oh yeah.
And I think the only reason it did overshadow it was because all the shit talking that was going on with the crowd mic. The crowd mic is what made that event so good, because Roger Dodger and I were kind of bad on the mic.
Famously.
Yes. And I'm not going to deny it. After I got up, I'm like, wow, that was horrible. And Roger Dodger begged to differ. He's like, no, that was amazing. That was great. We did a great job. And I was like, nope. Don't know what you're on, man.
You fucked up, son.
Yeah, he and I obviously had different opinions on that, but I felt right away that it wasn't that good. Some people said it was great just because we painted a picture and all we did was talk shit, but a lot of people are like, oh, it took away from the event. But whatever, this isn't about that. This is not bad. Roger Dodger and I are on the mic. This is about Aftershock.
How good the event was, yeah.
So before we get started, we gotta give thanks to everyone that was involved. So let's see. There were quite a few people involved. I Play Winner, Ultra David, James Chen, obviously Ultra Chen, KOCAST from Santa Barbara. They're the ones that actually secured the venue and helped us out a lot with it. They're the ones like running. They showed us how to, or showed the stream people how to work the room, the projector, all that stuff. It was great. They also sat outside. The two Tran brothers, Mark and I believe Tom Tran, sat outside and like did the tickets or the wristbands for everyone. Who else was it? Magus for commentating Marvel. Sanchez commentating KOF. Metaphysics commentating KOF. I'm trying to remember other names. No, all the sponsors: Arcade Shock, Shoryuken, 8ARC, Broken Tier, and I believe AGE sponsored.
Oh, really?
Well, everyone was wearing those like awesome.
Oh yeah, they had the headsets. Right?
Yeah, those things look amazing. I actually tried them out when I was talking to Fnatic and Knives, and they told me how good it is. I was like, they're just whoring it out because they're sponsored by them. And but believe it or not, like when you see Fnatic going on about it, talking about how great it is, he's not lying. The headset is really really good. The only thing I can see people complaining about is the light that comes off of it, but you can turn that off, because I actually did ask Fnatic, like, how do you turn, like, can you turn the light off on this control, because I see it like flashing in your eyes when you play, and he's like, oh yeah, you can shut off the light, and it's great. I like it. I would buy one, but I'm broke.
Isn't they still on sale or something with that code?
Well, yeah, if you use like Fnatic or Knives as a promo code, I forget which one it is. Just follow Fnatic and Knives on Twitter, and you'll figure it out. Who else was involved? Because my brain, my brain is kind of going down. Well, I haven't slept much, and my ankle's all messed up.
Yeah, you kind of did it to yourself pretty hard out there, man.
Yeah. Oh, and
shout out to Gibby for representing so hard at Aftershock with Arcade Shock.
Chris, just so you know, I've got the cane again. Like I told you, I might have to do.
Oh man.
Fun times. I'm on old man status again.
Make it a part. Make it a part of your act, man.
I will. Let's see. Who else? I mean, of course, all the players. Without the players, the event would have obviously been nothing. I can't remember all the players, though. Okay, let's see. Well, okay, first of all, a special thanks to freaking Hanzo Gonzo, K-Beast, and Drew Grimy. Okay, those guys made Marvel just so amazing to watch, because everyone just assumed, like, especially SoCal, we all assumed, like, you know what, take out Champ, that's it, it's done. Okay, so Champ did nothing. Okay, Combo Fiend did nothing. Clockwork did nothing. Like, all of our major names did nothing. For just all the major Marvel names did nothing. Like, Drew Grimy actually 5-0'd Team SoCal. And it was, like, I was telling a lot of people, like, we don't have Viper down here. I'm pretty sure, I honestly thought it would be K-Beast's Viper that would take all of us out. And I said, K-Beast is going to destroy a lot of us just with his Viper. He's got a really, really good Viper. And a lot of people disagreed with me. A few people did, or a few people agreed, but for the most part, I was like, nah, you know, we haven't really seen Vipers, but it's cool, we'll take them out. And then there was Virgil's, which Japanese Gutex.
Yeah, what the heck?
I was waiting for somebody to say something.
There was Virgil's, but to be honest with you, I didn't really think much of Virgil. Like, I don't pay too much attention to SoCal Marvel anymore outside of like top 8 at the run, or top 4 at the run back. So I don't see many Virgils, and from what I'm told, we don't have many Virgils down here. But I didn't think it would. I didn't think it would be that bad with Virgils. Like, we didn't do too bad against Virgil. But when I say we, I mean SoCal, not us three, of course. SoCal didn't do too bad against Virgil, but Virgil did throw us all for a loop. Then Viper, of course. Wow. I mean, Drew Grimy just like showing his muscles are more than just for show. And I love the edits. Hell Pockets, try to find some of those edits, Drew Grimy.
Edits of Drew. I'm looking for them right now. Yeah. The Stream Monsters account is not producing though.
What?
So we only got like future Gutex up in here. And what is this? Got Hanzo Gonzo flipping off the crowd.
Yeah, that one's good. I like that one. It's just like, you know, I'm gonna raise the birds in the air. Just look at that, guys. Hanzo Gonzo was probably the most vocal for NorCal. Like even for KOF, he was just talking crap about people. Like the stuff he was saying was good. Like NorCal had Hanzo Gonzo, SoCal had Sanchez. Now I'm not being biased here, but Sanchez did a much better job than
Sanchez is just really eloquent with his harassment.
Yeah, I've always wanted this.
Yeah, he's okay. If you ever want to feel bad about yourself, talk to Sanchez.
Yeah, man.
Sanchez will do it, but in a beautiful way.
Inversely, if you ever want to feel really good about yourself, talk to Sanchez about his job.
The first time I actually ever heard like Sanchez like really like I noticed him was remember what was it? The Wednesday night fights, and they used to have it at that one place, the Bird or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, the Proud Bird.
Yeah. When James Chen was just so pissed off, and he was just like Sanchez over here. He's like not on the mic. You can just hear him dropping F-bombs left and right.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing.
I take it you guys are looking at the picture, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
That's good.
So yeah, put it up in the thing. Like I wish.
No, it's up on the chat. Yeah.
Yeah. I wish there were more edits. I saw a lot more edits, but this is the main one that I see all over the place. But it actually works because look at him. He looks just like Bane in that picture. Like his body type, the shape of his head, all that stuff just fits. It's great. And those are the headsets that I was talking about. He's wearing one of the HEE headsets. When I put it on, I'm not joking. I could not hear a single thing going on outside.
Oh, that's amazing.
And that's actually really good. It also has a microphone on it. Like it's got a pull-out mic. And that's pretty cool.
That's kind of cool. I could use one of those in everyday life.
Reynolds asked us a question in chat that we can't really talk about too much. Reynolds, I'll tell you in person next time I see you.
When did he say what?
Read it. It's right above.
Jeez.
We can't really talk about that on air.
You're going on a timeout.
Yeah.
I think that you're missing a word in there. Like I don't know what you're talking about. Is there like a noun or like a verb missing?
Got some possum paint.
So,
oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Also, special thanks to James Chen's friend that came by with him. She made a cake. It was a stick, like a stick cake, I guess.
Oh.
And the stick actually did move.
Huh.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. The cake was good too. All homemade. Her name is Kelly. I don't know if she's anyone in the fighting game scene or in the gaming scene at all. But the cake was awesome. I didn't eat anything for like nearly 20 hours, and that cake saved my life. So yeah.
So you're in love with her now?
Hold on. Colt just posted a chat. Colt, I hate you. You piece of shit.
Dude, he
said you were gonna be there.
He had no ride though. And you know why? You know why he didn't have a ride. We can't talk about it, but you know why he didn't have a ride.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you're home safe though, Colt.
No, he's in San Francisco.
Yeah, he's in NorCal, I think.
He says I'm home. I guess.
He's at home in the KOFCAST champ.
KOFCAST chat.
That's
right.
Huh. Well, that's cool then.
Yeah. So also okay. So I think we can start talking about the matchups. I mean, honestly, I would like to talk about Marvel a bit too, but
yeah,
we're KOF centric. So
hey, we're Super
KOF.
Desperation Radio.
Yeah. So the first match was TDO versus K-Beast. K-Beast, for those who are kind of out of the loop, was Payne's replacement because Payne actually had prior engagement on Sunday morning, which no one could take him to because everyone was staying at or everyone was going to sleep before heading back to NorCal. So we had to replace him with someone that was going to be there, and we put him there.
Yeah, I got to say right now, big thanks to Kevin for filling in for Payne in that situation. Yeah. I know he was doing
double duty.
Dude, like fucking last minute too, man. Like, cause I was literally like asking Payne a couple of days before we left, like, hey, you sure you have to go to your aunt's birthday?
Yeah.
You sure she's not gonna have another one next year?
Yeah.
That'll probably be even bigger because it's like she's 100 now. Just kidding. Shout outs to Payne. I love that guy. But
I gotta say that he really is one of the nicest guys I met.
Who, Payne?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He let LeBron borrow his pad at Evo after he broke it.
Oh man. But but K-Beast, he came in there last minute and he kept asking me like, dude, I don't know what to do anymore, like how the fuck do I play these characters that I spent my entire life training? No. But in the first match, we all saw like it was pretty much in TDO's favor. Like the first round of it, like just kind of went straight for TDO, and you know, I honestly, I expected Kevin to come down here and just focus on Marvel and just like play KOF for fun or just to get it out of the way. But he showed up to play in the next round because he totally reversed it on him. He totally reversed it on TDO, and I was shocked. I did not expect that to go down like that. For a second, it looked like he was going to win the whole thing.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, both so KB isn't a dedicated KOF player. TDO isn't a dedicated KOF player. So it was one of those matches that were it could have gone either way. I do think the reason TDO won it is because his offense was a bit too much for KB's to handle. And I do have to give it up to KB. He has great defense, and obviously that comes from being a Marvel player. You need to know how to block if you play Marvel. So in the end, TDO took it. Most people saw it, saw that outcome coming. Hell Pockets, you and Metaphysics were doing commentary on that. What did you think?
Well, when me and Metaphysics were doing the commentary for it, I was basically saying Kevin needs to start capitalizing off of these swipes. He's doing them just like it looked like he was just spamming them, right? But TDO kept running into them, and I was just like every time I was like, oh my god, if this guy was just only on point with these swipes, he could have just OCV'd TDO. Because you see how many times he got the swipes, and then how many times and then he baited them in the EX counters out of the corner like several times, but he kept dropping his combo. And I was just like, dude, if KB was just as good as he was back at NCR, he would totally bodied him in this moment.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a great match. I didn't think that like after watching that KB was just half-assing it. I knew that he was there seriously, and I got a lot of respect for him for doing that for us. And for himself, really. And then I know he's serious about it because as soon as like the whole event was over, he comes up to me. He's like I really need to get back into this game, and I might need to even switch a character. And I was like, whoa, man, your team's working fine on its own. And he was like, no, I want to play Chen. And I'm like, okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of people when they see Chin, they actually want to play him because he's such a unique character.
Yeah.
And right now, I mean, we have Duck, Kane 317. I know Romance messed with him a bit, and that's pretty much it. I know Reynolds played him before last year, or in Arcade Days, Reynolds played Chin. Does BBZ mess with Chin at all? I know Fixel tried, but it didn't go too well for him.
BBZ plays everybody.
Oh, okay. Colt saying Bala plays Chin too.
That's possible. I mean, I honestly, man, I think I'm the only guy in America that doesn't play anybody other than this team that you see every day. I'm strictly Terry Joe Kim all the time.
Well, for what it's worth, I think the team works for you. I do feel Kim is by far your best character, because it's like you're actually solid with him, and I keep telling you, like, your other two characters are solid gimmicks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's why. Oh well, did you upload our match yet?
I'm going to in a little bit. Don't worry about it.
Well, yeah. Okay. For those who watch our match, you're gonna notice that I kind of have no troubles taking out his first two characters. Or, I destroy his first two characters pretty easily. And then he reverse OCVs me. Both matches he reverse OCVs me after I'm about to OCV him, because your gimmicks suck, bro. That's all I'm gonna tell you. So yeah.
No, I will say that I played. I'm not saying that I could have won my match against Duck, but I don't think I gave it my best either, and I felt kind of shitty about that. But I'll talk about that later.
Okay. Yeah, when we get to the match.
So,
yeah.
And then the next match was actually a really, really, really good match. It was Warhawk versus BBZ.
Yeah.
And Warhawk is known for other games, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And his main accomplishments in KOF were back in the old UCI tournaments, and he actually took out Romance. And I believe he took out the Answer, or he almost took out he almost took him out. So one or the other. Either way, he did really, really well. Taking out two players that everyone knows for being pretty goddamn good at the game. But after that, we heard very little about him because I guess he took a break, and he's actually been training for this event. ever since like he found out he was on the team.
Holy shit.
And it showed. Like he did really, really well against BBZ. He like okay, I'm not trying to be biased here, but he really should have won that match. Like he dropped 2 crucial combos and he lost. And on top of that, he jumped when BBZ was Hua drunk mode. And everyone tells me they told him not, like all the guys that helped him out, they told me that they specifically told him when playing against BBZ, don't jump. If he's drunk Hua, do not jump. Because like we all knew he would use Hua Jai against him.
Yeah.
So he either forgot or it's just like he just did it. He jumped and then right away like BBZ killed him.
You kind of brain fart in those moments where you're just like, maybe he won't do it this one time, you know?
Yeah. Like that match came down to the wire.
Yeah, it was close.
And it was just amazing. Like BBZ is considered NorCal's like best or second best player, and it was nuts. Like for the most part, a lot of people figured BBZ would like. Hell, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I thought BBZ would just destroy him. I was dead wrong. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa! And I was just sitting there like, yeah, go!
oh, yeah! Warhawk, who knew?
Throw the stick at his face, guy. Yeah, do that.
No, I was playing Warhawk in casuals before that, and he was cleaning me out, man. Like, I didn't get one off of him. So...
Yeah, I know. I was kind of sort of talking crap to you about it.
Yeah, fuck you.
And I was wondering, I'm like, wait, why is Warhawk playing him? He shouldn't be playing him. He's like, I figured like you were playing him just to get a feel for him.
I was, but then there was a couple of them where I was just like...
And I'm like, oh, this is losing. Whatever, doesn't matter.
Yeah, Chris wins. No, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna yell at him, hey, young man, get off the machine. Don't play him. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Like, something to note... oh, no, wait, no. BBZ used one of his main teams, right? He used Diamond, Huajai, Shen, I believe, against him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Warhawk... I can't remember Warhawk's team. I just remember Mr. Karate right now. Because I just remember seeing him like dominate with Mr. Karate, which I was like, whoa. This guy's good. This guy will take me out. Damn. Another newcomer that's gonna take my old ass out. Shit. Yeah, so that match literally came down the wire. Last character, last round, last pixel, health, stuff like that. And
yep.
It was really good. Like, and the biggest backer for BBZ when we were there was Roger Dodger, and he was shaken. Like he was like really nervous when he was watching that match. And he and I were talking crap to each other back and forth, and when BBZ took it, he's like, oh, I knew he was gonna take it. Yeah. I'm looking and I was like, we were just talking shit.
Well, no, there were like certain moments where you were just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, I do remember what Sanchez said on the cast a couple casts ago. I remember it was the last one about how Fark is really solid on teams events, and like he's an established player, has been around. So I imagine his will is pretty steeled by this point.
Yeah.
So it's always big ups to him. He can keep a collected head in a team environment. Someone that you want to like watch your back.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can tell he was really disappointed when he lost. Because I've said this before, but these guys actually did want to go to NorCal, or they just wanted to play NorCal guys, and they wanted to win. Like, for them, it was a matter of pride. They wanted to like take on NorCal, and I know NorCal will accept any challenge.
Yeah, of course.
So it was a pride thing. Like both of them just wanted to win. So when Warhawk lost, it's like, and you just see it on his face, like, man.
Yeah, I know, man. That's rough.
I was just waiting for someone to yell at him, "Go kick rocks, kid! Come on!"
Nobody was gonna do that shit because we were just like, oh, there's like so many SoCal people here. It was a bad look, son.
Well, hey, okay, never mind. I forgot. I was gonna say like I was talking crap to all you NorCal guys during KOF.
Yeah, there's like 50 of you guys here.
Hey, listen, if I was the only one there, I'd still do it. I don't care. That's fun.
We'll see.
You say that. But you see what I said. What I say to me.
Yeah, I know.
So next was DJ Divine versus Fixel, and I think that was a double OCV.
Yeah.
That was like completely one-sided. DJ Divine, I honestly felt like he actually didn't. Did he play Dual on point at all?
I think he was running dual on second in both cases. He did not
Yeah,
switch
okay.
the teams.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask, because Dualon is generally his point character, and I assume that like I personally feel that like I've seen this Dualon play a lot, and he's really solid in casuals. It's just everyone told me he cracks in high pressure situations, and he did. Like I did think Fixel was gonna win that match, but it wasn't 100% sure he was gonna win, and I did not expect OCV.
Yeah.
Like Fixel loves to jump a lot, and Dualon has great air control, especially again like his normals in the air would stuff out almost everything Rio does, and it didn't happen that way. I like that. It's like, oh man, hey, I took that picture. that was when that's actually when he lost the first set for the first match.
Yeah, and he has that look on his face like somebody just punched him in the mouth.
Fix is like, I got this.
Feeling good. No, I was watching that whole thing, and I was saying that, Fixel's patterns would probably be the death of him if, Divine catches on before this match is over. Unfortunately for him, he didn't. He just kept challenging every trap that you can't blow up when you're playing against Rio. Even with dual on.
Yeah.
Like, you just have to wait for Rio to be done or spend some meter to get out of there, and he didn't want to do either one of those. And then there was a couple of really questionable EX teleports when he didn't have to do that.
Like the fact...
He was the one that would teleport into the corner, wasn't he?
Yes. That made absolutely no sense. Like, wait, what are you... No! Stop. It's pretty much like that. Don't do that shit anymore.
Right. We were kind of at a loss for words when that kind of stuff would happen. We'd just be like, "What's he going for?" And I didn't want to second guess him and think that he sucked. I just like maybe he's going for something that I haven't seen before, and then you get down seed by Rio.
So I was hoping that it wouldn't be like that. I mean, I like okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I was talking crap the whole time. Like SoCal, I want SoCal to win. SoCal's great, but in reality, I just wanted a good show. I like for the most part, I just want to go to these things and have fun. I want to see an amazing event. That's what I want for the most part. Like I want to win these things, but if I don't win, whatever. As long as the event's good, that's all. That's what matters in the end. And
that's what you got.
Yeah, exactly. We got a great event. So the fact that he lost, I was like, well, whatever. So far, it's going pretty good. DBZ and Warhawk so far is just freaking highlight of the night. And after that, we had Blind Wolf versus El Gallo, which I believe was again a double OCV.
No, I think it won OCV, but then I think the next one he got into a second character.
Yeah, that is true. The first was an OCV. The second one, he did manage to get down to Jose's second character. But the entire time, like, I was just like, I was half joking, but I was just kind of picking his Kim apart. Like, I was making that joke, like, oh, he should watch my videos if he wants to try to play Kim.
Well, the thing about Blind Wolf is Kim is actually pretty good. His Kim is a lot like yours when I play him in casuals.
Yeah.
But once again, it's like Sanchez said, he doesn't really keep his shit together in high pressure situations.
So he's pretty much my Kim minus the everything.
Yeah, pretty in high pressure. Like if you played him in casuals, it would have been different. It's just he cracks, chokes, or whatever you want to say.
Yeah, because I saw windows where like he hadn't a chance to do stuff, and I'm not saying he made bad decisions, but they're like, he just didn't really capitalize on a lot of stuff. And I think, like as a Kim player, I'm also sometimes like reluctant to use meter when I should, because I think I can come up with something better. Afterward.
Yeah, like I pointed that out when we were doing our thing, because like you do a lot of you don't always go for the high damage combo. Instead, you stick to your guns. You do the same combo over and over.
Yeah.
But that's bad for you, because that gives the opponent an opportunity to actually come back and make you look bad.
Right, and I think there's times where doing the same combo over and over again can work out, like maybe earlier on into a match, but like when you can kill a guy, fucking kill him.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that's all I'm saying, because like, and when I saw Blind Wolf play, there was a couple of chances where he could have just wiped out, Jose's Mr. Karate.
Oh yeah.
And he just didn't do it. He went for a knockdown, safe jump, and I'm like, oh, okay, everybody in NorCal knows about the safe jump now, because I started doing it like a week ago.
Well, like, I think no matter what, like, Jose would have won it.
Yeah, it was pretty convincing either way. Like, I think there was just a gap in skill level in that situation.
Yeah, like skill level, and on top of that, he pretty much knows those characters.
Right.
Because he plays against them at Southtown all the time.
Yeah, he was Blandwolf is kind of like, Conglomo Southtown. Composite Southtown player.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? I encompass everything that is Southtown.
Oh God, I just realized that, like, the jokes that are gonna come flying out of that statement.
Hey, just let it flow.
Oh man, he encompasses all that is bad about Southtown.
Okay, see, okay, I didn't think about that side of the joke, but yeah, okay.
No, I'm not actually saying that. He's actually a decent player, but I'm just like, somebody's gonna say that.
So okay, yeah. So obviously, El Gallo won that match, and then we had the quote unquote staged match, which was Hell Pockets versus Commander Duck.
I have to say that was kind of unfortunate for me to get matched up with Duck on both positions as anchor and whatnot. I have my suspicions. It's not the first time I've been screwed over by SoCal in a 5-on-5. Just saying. But other than that, the first match, kind of just tried not to throw up on myself, really. Didn't really do that well. And the thing was, though, I noticed, like, everything that was going wrong. So I was like, second match, I'm at least going to not do those things for the most part. There were a couple of times where I thought I sniffed out some movement, but Duck apparently was like, just baiting me because he knows I do dumb shit with Joe. Yeah. So Joe was kind of useless. Kim, I think, probably the most useful in this match because I wasn't scared of his chin at all with Kim. Like, my Kim was just like, bring on the command counter, man. I hope you do it. So yeah, the second match I felt like I could have won, especially when it was pretty much down to the last hit in the last match. Mm-hmm. And the thing that got me was the same thing that I've been getting hit by from Warrock all day, which was like this run-up throw thing. And nobody in NorCal does that. Like, we used to flirt with it where, like, people would run up and then stop and then throw on wake up. Or I would do it like run up, duck, then throw. But nobody's done that in months. I don't know why. Maybe we just thought it was bad or something, but it's pretty potent. Especially when you're on those, like, last minute situations where, shit can either be victory or defeat.
Yeah. But it was, you and Duck, like, the thing about this event, a lot of people figured it would just come down to Duck. Everyone assumed that it'd come down to... Oh, sorry. Everyone assumed that it'd come down to Duck and BBZ in the end.
Yeah.
So it's like, when... Like, I was reading chat when you lost, everyone was like, oh, well, that was pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Saw that coming. And I mean, I didn't think you'd be able to beat him, but I did think it would be a better match than that.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
Yeah, fuck myself, man. I fucked myself so many times in that situation, and I was telling myself the entire match before the match, I was like, oh, he's getting second place at the run back, so if I beat him, this is like, the biggest upset in history.
Yeah,
this is bigger than Reynold.
Huge upset.
This is bigger than Reynold, But no, I mean, I thought I really could have had him on the second one, man. I thought I had that. Like, like, my brain had finally caught up to my hands, like, in those last 3 seconds.
So, you never got past his chin, though, right?
No, I got past it. Dude, were you not watching it? Like, the second...
I can't... You have to remember, I slept, like, practically not at all from Tuesday till now.
Dude, the second match was down to our last characters, and I was actually annoying the shit out of him with far standing C. Like, he was seriously, like, it was just Mr. Karate, and he just kept on pressing a button. I just, bam, knuckles in your teeth, man. And then he catches me with a cross-up and activates HD, actually drops his combo, so I know I was getting to him. Because all he had to do was, like, DP cancel super. But he somehow messed that up and dropped it, and I recovered and, didn't totally, fuck myself again. And it was kind of sloppy. But I had gotten him to be sloppy. It's a moral victory on my part. Now, if only I had jumped instead of trying to jab him out of a run-up grab. I didn't, yeah.
Yeah, you were talking about that all night.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Duck ended up winning that match. Afterwards, well, okay, so the next match we had was TDO versus BBZ, which once again was another good match. But I was reading chat. Some of the NorCal guys in there were saying TDO sandbagging throughout the entire match. Mainly because he picked Clark in the first match.
Wait, that was TDO that picked Clark?
No, I'm sorry.
That was
BBZ was sandbagging.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Sorry.
And
So I'm sitting here reading something at the same time as I'm talking. I'm kind of mixing things together. So yeah, everyone said BBZ was or NorCal guys are saying BBZ was sandbagging because he wasn't taking it seriously. He picked Clark, and I was gonna ask. I've never really seen him use Clark.
BBZ. Whenever I see BBZ use Clark, I wouldn't say it's trolling, but it's definitely not like the most like well thought out Clark you've ever seen. Not that really exists anyway, but you know,
yeah,
it just doesn't seem like somebody who knows that Clark can just hug to death. I was actually not on the mic for that. A little like sidebar, like I saw Clark was on the screen, and I looked over at Eric, and I'm like, dude, you're seriously gonna commentate a Clark match? Like, I'm right here, man. He's like, no, go have a cigarette or something. I'm just like, oh, okay, man. But I actually, I didn't expect this match to go the way it did. I thought BBZ was gonna take this because when you tell me the stories about TDR or TDO beating you at NCR, like, and you saying you should have beat him, I'm just like, oh shit, man. Well,
yeah,
but later he did play him in casuals. Right?
Did I play him in casuals?
After NCR at some point?
Oh, no, after NCR, next time I played him was at a run back.
Oh.
And then he dominated me at the run back. Like, between NCR and now, he's improved a lot. He's not the same player he was at NCR. He's much more solid, plays better defense. Obviously, you guys saw he's just, like, purely offense.
Mm-hmm.
But he's learned to block better.
Yeah, so... Like, he looked like somebody who would have fucking raped you at NCR, man.
Yeah, well, and that's another thing. Like, everyone's like, who's TDO? Who's TDO? It's like they don't realize he got top 8 at your tournament earlier, at NCR this past year. And, like, no one on the team no one on this NorCal team made it to top 8
right
at NCR. Like, there was LeBon, who, it's questionable whether or not he's NorCal.
He's saying he's not, but
he has to be now. He's moving.
Well, he might, yeah.
Yeah, and it was amazing. Like, honestly, I'm happy that he won. Like, this is a good morale booster for him. Like, because he's a really good player, but once again, he doesn't get much credit. At Evo, he was in my pool. And I looked at the pool. I saw the people he was supposed to, or I saw the people he played, and he really should have won some of those matches. But he ended up losing early. I think he got one more win than me, or we got the same. Well, we went the same distance. But he's like you see, he's a really solid player, and he surprises the crap out of me by beating BBZ. Like, I didn't think it would happen.
And suffice to say, when that happened, the rest of NorCal was just kind of like the buttholes clenched.
Yeah,
a little bit. We were just like, oh fuck.
Because once again, as I said earlier, everyone assumed it would come down to Duck and BBZ.
Right.
And NorCal's best player on the team got knocked out.
Yes.
And it's like, whoa, he got knocked out by who? TD what now?
Yeah,
I don't know this guy. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Like, it just hurt. Like, it wasn't bad that BBZ lost. Like, it's like, oh, BBZ lost, whatever. But for the team's morale.
Yeah.
That's what it hurt that a lot.
Well, every loss was like that, man.
Yeah, and like right away in chat, like everyone's like, oh, sad face, sad face, sad face, sad face.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So that was pretty bad for you guys. But I'm still trying to figure out why he played Clark exactly. But okay, I say that, but then the second match, it was still like it was close, but TDO pretty much controlled that match too.
Yeah, I remember it not being like, it was closer, but like TDO didn't let up, and BBZ was just, I wouldn't say that he was completely mind fucked or anything, but
yeah, he wasn't.
It just seemed like it was like two even players fighting each other, and just like one was like picking better spots than the other.
Yeah, I'd say from where the matchup was and how he was playing, like I felt like BBZ might have been able to benefit more from having Ben Amaro on his team or something to play more wait and see kind of poke style because of how offensively he was getting like jumped in and rushed in at.
Yeah, that jump 2C stuff was just eating him alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, put up those pictures.
The pictures.
Oh, you didn't see them?
Or you in the chat?
Yeah, it's somewhere's in here. There's two jump 2C related images in here somewheres.
I have to go searching through all of this to look for.
One is at 5:15 earlier today.
Okay. Let me see if I can find that.
Thank goodness that we all.
Oh my God!
I love that one. And then Anthony, explain this. Yeah, Anthony, you can explain this one since you know more about it than I do.
Oh, it's the Church of J2C because it's what people believe in, Jesus to Christ. Let's go.
Oh man, it's like the bane of NorCal's existence is John 2C.
And then the next match ended up being what was it? Fixel versus CMD Duck.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see if this is the other one. Yeah, this is the other one. Let me before we get into this, let me just put this in chat here. Those stained glass windows, yo.
Them stained glass windows.
Yeah. So the next match was CMD Duck and Fixel, and that I don't think Fixel got Duck to his last character. I don't remember him taking him that far. Duck kind of sort of controlled the entire match.
Dude, that should be our logo.
Yeah, I don't mind. Hell, like it's.
We kind of have it on the side already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
give him the rice.
Yep.
All right, new contest side. No, we're gonna get back to the discussion, but if you want to make a logo for KOFCAST, make sure to include some kind of Jump 2C related images.
No, I don't know.
You can't just give me hype for it and then totally cock block it.
Yeah, I can. It's easy.
Oh.
Well, look, if you want to remember, don't forget that's why you lost NCR.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the bane of NorCal's existence is that fucking move.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask people out here, you California natives, where do you find the divide between NorCal and SoCal lies? Like, what's the parallel? What city do we like draw the line at? Because
well, like this is the thing. Like honestly, like for the longest time, I talked to a lot of people. The majority of them felt that Lancaster, where like me, Fnatic, and Knives live, is like the end of is the end of SoCal.
Really? I would feel like you'd be a little bit north more in Bakersfield.
Well, that's what I would figure most people would say, but they say it's Lancaster because between Lancaster and Bakersfield, there's nothing.
That's what I'm saying. There's like the end of civilization.
Well, that's because I feel like the entrance to the Grapevine is like the gates to SoCal.
Yeah.
James Chen is saying, tell Hell Pockets that the bane of NorCal is J2C, the bane of SoCal is Jump Helmbreaker. I definitely agree with that. I'll say it's that and EX Thunder Knuckle.
The parallels are amazing.
Yeah. Hey, they both come out so fast, they both dominate the air, and they both
look exactly the same.
Yeah, exactly.
Just give Kyo a sword, that Kusanagi sword from the movie.
From the KOF Bible.
Okay, so, man. Yeah, Fixel versus Duck. Honestly, I don't remember the match too well because I was reading chat most of the time, laughing at what was going on in it. I do remember seeing Duck just dominate the match overall, though. Like Hell Pockets, you probably watched, and Anthony, you were streaming.
Yeah, like the thing is like Duck is just he has to be. I wouldn't say he has to be scared of you for you to like get an opening on him because he's just one of those like kind of like players with impregnable defenses. Like he'll sit back there and block all your shit, and then when you think that he's just turtling, he comes out and bites you.
Yeah.
And that seems like such a simple thing to do, but like. Barely anybody ever does it. barely ever does anybody actually just sit back and block and just be like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait for him to reset his offense, if he even can.
Well, and that's the thing about we were actually talking about Duck the past 2 weeks, because he's actually been doing really well at the run back. Like for one thing, usually when he and the answer play, the answer like almost always has the upper hand. He always wins that match. Like I'll say like 95% of the time, the answer wins in tournament against the two when they play each other. And Duck actually took out the answer twice in the same tournament 2 weeks ago, and I believe this past run back he took the answer out again. So he's obviously improved a lot, and he was actually hanging with Bala in a grand finals 2 weeks ago.
He's been getting second place consistently, hasn't he?
He's gotten top 3 the past 2-3 run backs, I believe.
Yeah, that's nothing to be like, well, so what about? That was another thing. Everybody kept telling me like, oh, Duck is like B team or he's not A team.
I don't
what the fuck are you talking about?
For those who don't know Duck for the most part has always been like consistently one of the top KOF players. Like his mind is just built for KOF. He knows everything, like almost everything KOF. He actually helped coach a lot of the players down here. When he coaches the players, they actually get better. He can break a game down. It's the problem I feel with Duck has always been his style. He just plays way too patiently. He tries to figure out the opponent's style, and then it comes back to bite him in the ass, and he loses. It seems now he's still playing patiently, but his reaction time has gotten much better. His reads have gotten much better, and there are times where he's like, you know what? Let's just go in. And when he goes in, he picks the right time to go in, and that's when he wins. Like okay, here, Kane 317 and Duck, they both play Chin. Like Kane 317 will randomly throw out EX roll punch thing. I don't know the name of the move, but he'll throw that out randomly, and it'll whiff a lot. Duck, I don't think I've ever seen him whiff that move. He throws it out at the right time, and then it generally leads to death because he's got full drive, and then he'll start juggling you from corner to corner. And I mean, not to say Kane 317 never does that, but Duck has that. Like Duck knows when to do it. It seems.
And I'm just saying he's just that good of a player, and like Rod says, like despite how good Duck is, I had chances to take him out, and that's true. I did. I just was playing like shit. But the other half of it is like like I think people just don't understand how good the man is.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying I lost just because he's so good. I fucked up a lot. There are a lot of things I look at now and I'm just like, God, I'm a fucking retard, But I was just not so much discouraged, but just kind of disappointed in SoCal for not knowing this.
Well, he doesn't get much credit anywhere because he's not Bala, Reynolds, Romance, or Mr. KOF. That's pretty much it. Like outside of those 4, the majority of our players down here just don't get any praise.
Right.
If they get praise, it's not for being a player. It's just for just being a figure in the scene. That's it.
Exactly. And Duck was on all the teams when we did 5-on-5s.
Yeah, except the SCR one. The SCR one he had to bail on.
Yeah, but he was on the one at Southtown, both of them, and he's the one who took me out of the last one we did 7-on-7 at Southtown. Of course, I pressed pause, but he was gonna kill me anyway.
Yeah, and he didn't call for any kind of BS shenanigans.
Hey man, there was a lot riding on that pause button.
Yeah. Also, speaking of pause button, the game got paused during I believe Hanzo Gonzo and Knives, and they still decided to play it out. That right there, I love. They didn't pull that stupid like bullshit Hell Pockets thing where that's it. DQ, gotta run it back, gotta play again. No, I hated that. That drove me nuts. Like, I still get Hell Pocket shit for that till this day. And I believe it was Knives that paused the game.
Yeah, it was.
And what happened, Hanzo Gonzo was like, okay, they counted down 3, 2, 1, and then went back to playing. And Hanzo Gonzo ended up winning that match. So I respect the crap out of both the players for that. I lost respect for Hell Pockets when he pulled that crap. Everyone knows how I feel about Hell Pockets. Goddamn, you Hell Pockets, for that you are a piece of crap. Like if it happens twice in a match, yeah, I understand, but don't do it once when you lose anyway.
No, this is what this guy gets for trying to taunt me. All right, you taunt me, I'm gonna be a dick too. All right.
Okay, and
my dick is bigger because you didn't know where the fucking taunt button was.
Okay, and I told Hell Pockets did tell me that after this, and I told Hell Pockets that when he and I do our little Mark of the Wolves dress match, I'm gonna taunt him 50 times, at least 50 times. I'm gonna taunt him, and trust me, because we will stream it somewhere, we will have it done. Make sure there's a taunt counter when we do this. I'm gonna taunt the living crap out of him. So yeah, okay. On to the match again. Fisher got destroyed by BBZ or by
CMD Duck.
And then it came down to El Gallo Negro having to
Play TDO
carry
again.
NorCal. Yeah, he had to play TDO, and yeah, that I thought El Gallo would be able to deal with him because like he saw him play twice already, kind of sort of figured out his style, but he didn't. Did it come down to the last match, last set, and everything?
It did come down. I don't know. I think it came down to the last set. Definitely came down to the last characters because TDO was on his Iori, and Jose was on his Shin.
Yeah, just speaking of that, the way he ended it.
Yeah, I was really upset about that.
No, it wasn't an intention. It wasn't a drop. He actually did it on purpose.
What are you talking about?
The way TDO did the HD combo, stopped it, and then went back into it, and then
yeah.
I thought it was a drop, and all the guys were like, no, he actually wanted to do that. I was like, oh, damn. That's things came in my mind. I was like, damn, that's kind of messed up. But hey, it worked. It worked.
What the fuck?
And, what?
There's a gift for TDO versus El Gallo Negro. Rod's on fire. Yeah, man. Oh, it's not exactly what you think it is.
Ah, what the hell? All right.
That's pretty much what happened.
Hold on, Reynolds got something in here. What's this? I want to see what Reynolds put in. It might be. Oh man. Oh yeah. Okay, I see what this is. Is that damn thing? It's great.
No, like the thing that got me about that match was, I think this was actually the one that actually ended it was when TDO just like knocks Jose's Shin down, and then just comes in with Iori's hop C.
Yeah.
And he's blocking low. I'm like, what the fuck?
Like you and Metaphysics actually Hans replayed it several times.
Yeah.
And that really did piss you off. Like I was across the room and I heard you like yelling.
Dude, I was.
Why are you blocking a jump in low?
Right, and Abe was all like, he wasn't blocking. He was trying to do something. I was like, no, man, look, it would freeze frame it. He was blocking.
I thought he was trying to press a 2C, but I noticed that the counter hit that showed up was actually from before when he landed and faded out. So I'm like,
jump. No, basically it was an air counter, and then he landed. The counter notification was still there, and then typical Iori fashion, jump C.
Yeah, and that shit hits super low.
Yeah,
it does. It hits super low, super deep.
Yeah,
it's like one of the best. It's always been one of the best jump ins in KOF history.
Right, and I'm just like, if he's in the air, stand up, please. There's no reason to not stand up.
Yeah,
and it might have been an input error on Jose's part, so I'm not totally blaming him for anything. He played very well.
He did.
You know, he did better than I did, so not hating him for that. But like, damn.
I was gonna say everyone on Team NorCal played better than you did.
Actually, no, they didn't, because I at least got on down to Doug's last character.
Yeah, you did, but see, KB didn't go 2-0.
Ooh.
Wow.
Winning's winning an inch of a mile.
I fucking quit. Jeez.
No, I'm not trying to
I quit.
like talk shit. I mean, like, I do feel that you overall did the worst out of your team.
I did.
But in your defense, yeah, you did go up against Doug. And Doug kind of, sort of, you know.
Duck Factory.
Duck Factory. Commandant Duck, man.
Yeah, so the end result for the KOF 5-on-5 was 5-3 in favor of SoCal. TDO, the players felt, was the MVP of the team, which I'm not going to disagree with. He took out two of NorCal's best players, and it was just an amazing show to watch for KOF. When in light of like all the people talking crap about, you know, they should have been on the team should be someone else, these people don't deserve to be on the team, all this stuff, and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, I'm proud of these guys, they won, yeah, and yep.
Yup.
What is it that fighting game people say? Hold that.
Hold that. But see, this is the thing though. They don't have to hold that, because now they're just saying like, oh yeah, well I totally helped everybody out on that team. I was totally behind it.
Yeah.
What do you mean I wasn't behind it? Fuck NorCal. I'm all SoCal for life, even if I was born in NorCal.
Yeah. All you San Jose natives out there defecting to SoCal, you got no room to talk.
And what else was it? Yeah, so that ended. All the players were happy. They all got their prizes and stuff. And then the loser prizes, or the losers got prizes too. And I hope they enjoyed their prizes.
I would have enjoyed it a lot more if I had a PS2.
No. You would not enjoy it at all if you had. Well, yeah, you would. Never mind.
Yeah, of course I would. I love that game, except the one after it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. But yeah. After all that was done, Marvel started, and just from the moment Marvel started till the moment it ended, everyone was like just going nuts. The main thing, as I said earlier in the show, one of the main things that made it like such an amazing show is what the players were saying prior to every match, like the interviews, especially Hanzo Gonzo. Hanzo Gonzo just like went crazy Booker T WWF interview, and he just ripped into every single player. Like, oh, him? Yeah, he's a piece of shit. He just talks shit. He's not that good. He just slams his face on the stick. Yep, he sucks.
Oh my god. Oh shit. God damn it. All right. So people. All right. So since that happened, there has been a little bit of backlash up in NorCal where people have basically been saying, hey, like NorCal got shitted on by SoCal's C team, which is I don't know. I'm not upset that we lost to these guys because they're worse than anybody else in SoCal. I'm upset that we lost. Period.
Yeah.
And like people are just like but people are trying to figure out what do we do now, and I'm saying like obviously we got to play more. One of the biggest issues about this was I asked everybody who's top 5 in NorCal, and these are the names I got, and these are who we sent down there, and to say like, oh man, like we can't even beat SoCal C team, blah blah blah. Maybe somebody else should have went. It's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I saw people saying that you should not have been on the team. They should have put Koopa in your place.
Right, they should have put Koopa or something in my place, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, why didn't you say that before?
Okay, here you go. Capon said it best. Good players lost to other good players. End of story.
And I believe that, and
This is the thing I don't like. People are saying, "Oh, we lost to," or NorCal lost to the shit or the C team or whatever. Who did they lose to? They lost to Duck, and they lost to TDO.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah. Top 8 NCR, freaking one of the best SoCal players, and then the people that they play with and whatnot. I mean, SoCal has such a large talent pool, and they're really magnificent down there. Of course, like there's nothing wrong with that. Like
this. NorCal shouldn't be like, okay, I read a lot of what NorCal said after like you showed it to me, Hell Pockets, and a lot of people are very discouraged by this. This shouldn't turn them off. This should like light a fire under in their bellies, in their ass, however you want to put it.
Exactly.
Like Team SoCal, they lost Marvel right away. Everyone's like, okay, we need to fix this. Like okay, the Marvel players. They thought about it the right way. It's like, you know what, we need to come back and we need to take them out next time. We can't let this happen again. Okay, from what I saw from NorCal KOF people, it's like, oh, that's it. This was a lose-lose situation for us. There's no way we could have won. Whatever. And then of course I saw people complaining about who was on the team, and yeah, it's pretty bad.
And I expected that much after we lost. I was like, not everybody's going to be happy and be like, well, get them next time and got to work twice as hard. But at the same time, that's true. We do have to work twice as hard, and we can't just keep, I guess, I'm not going to say promote, but it can't be the same 5 people every time. It can't be me, Fixel, BBZ, Jose, and, clearly we can't be Payne because, he's got other stuff going on.
Mm-hmm. People need to step up.
Yeah, people need to step up and actually keep playing. And like, I know like it's hard because Southtown is so out of the way, and not everybody can be there every day to grind. And even if you do go there every day, what are the chances that somebody good is going to be there? So there needs to be some kind of like really convenient meeting space for this. It's
not just that. I think that there needs to be the introduction of newer players in NorCal.
Right.
And it doesn't matter. Like if you're watching this and you're in NorCal and you want to play King of Fighters, it doesn't matter what your skill level is. Because with the larger base that you can just build up together and then just have a freaking strong force that just grows.
Right.
You put the foundation down and then you throw up the brick walls.
Well, the problem with NorCal, the only time they all get together is for NCR.
Right.
Yeah. That's it. Because like I played White Boy Willie and I played Thrustin. Those guys at the time, I felt they were better than a lot of people that I played from Ram Nation and Southtown.
Dude, Thrustin was awesome.
Thrustin is a really, really good player. I was like, why haven't I heard of this guy? And he told, oh, well, I live here. I'm like, how far are you from Southtown? I'm like, 30, 40 minutes away. And I'm like, that's not too bad. And then I found out that the BART doesn't go to where he lives or something like that. I forgot exactly what it was, but like, you guys are way, way too spread out. And that's
nobody meets up. Like, the only people that really meet up are like, Southtown and Ram Nation.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to start something in East Bay at some point.
That would be East Bay had some awesome scenes too.
Yeah, like because I know, we got like Willie and Thrustin, and LeBon might be moving out there, but I don't know. I might have to work with I don't know what his name is, Capsule or whatever.
Joe Flores.
Joe.
I should probably talk to him if I go out there and see, like, maybe if I could just run the King of Fire event and if there is something, because I know they had it at once, but they didn't really do it. But,
something about that. You said LeBon is moving up there. A lot of the NorCal guys don't like LeBon too much because he's like very blunt, like just straightforward. The way he says things comes off as like a prick, ass, whatever you want to say. But for the most part, he's usually right when it comes to the KOF stuff. Like he also has a great KOF mind. Yeah. I do feel him playing with you guys can improve the way you guys play as long as like you guys listen to him. The thing is, like, I already know, like, a lot of the guys with that really touchy-feely, when you criticize them, they hate it and they get really defensive about it. That's something people need to stop doing.
Yeah, like, I hate that. Like, in anything, people are like, I'm like, yo, man, you did something bad there. And he's like, yo, shut up, man. Why are you talking so much trash about? Like, I'm not talking trash. Like, you legitimately messed up, and I'm just trying to let you know so that you can improve upon it. You don't gotta like freaking like jump down my throat like the second I try and help you.
Yeah, and we have a huge issue with that up here.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, so like, you're mad because you think that I'm trying to tear you down. It's like, so obviously you're better than me and you know what's going on. So how come you don't beat me, If you want to get personal, like, what's up? Or I could be like, yo, don't do that. Try and remedy this, and then you can think about it, incorporate it into your playstyle, and get better from it. But, like, don't have a chip on your shoulder and just think that people are trying to knock it off.
Like, honestly, I do feel LeBon can be NorCal's duck. Because he is, like, okay, he's a great player. He rarely plays. And you saw what he did at Southtown last time. Okay, he also knows stuff you guys would like never think of, like, because he plays KOF 98. He played 2K2 for a bit. He knows KOF, like legit KOF basics, and on top of that, he actually studied other, like, okay, he knows like Maj's Footsie's guide. He knows like he and I went to like deep discussion about it one time, and that's when I was like, I respect the crap out of this kid because he's new. He's an 09er. And the first thing he did was start from scratch. He didn't come into it like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna play. I'm just gonna get good by playing, and that's it. No, he started with the basics. He started, and he basically followed Maj's guide from beginning to end, and he's a great player. And I'm not saying it's only because of that, but that's one of the reasons why he became so good.
There are resources out there. Use them.
Yes. Yeah. And if it takes, and this is something I also was talking about all weekend, and I know some people are going to get pissed when I say this, but I don't think Southtown can be the gathering point. Maybe for tournaments, that's fine. Yeah. But, like, to try to ask people to come and have casuals there at any random night during the week is just, I mean, I can do it because I work down here, so of course I'm cool with it. But you got some people who, want to play KOF with us, who live on the other side of the city, if not even further away, don't drive, don't have a job, And these are some of the people that we fucking depend on for 5-on-5s.
I'd totally go to Southtown a lot more if it wasn't for the fact that I have to cross one of the 3 bridges. Like, if I was on the peninsula, like, I'd be there all the time, There'd be a reason for me to be out there, but I cannot get on the BART or pay the bridge, like, every time. That kills me. And I ain't gonna drive around the peninsula.
It's just too expensive to get around in NorCal.
Yeah, it is.
Not in the San Francisco area. It's very, very expensive. And, like, I mean, I'm not from NorCal, obviously, and I don't know it too well, but everyone I've talked to, how come you can't go to Southtown? Oh, it's too much, and it takes so long to get there. And where do you live? Oh, I'm only like 40 minutes away. I was like, whoa.
No, but it's true, because, like,
I know.
If you don't live here already, and if you don't already have, like, some routine where you go to this area anyway, you're not going to want to drive all the way to downtown San Francisco. Or, God forbid, take a train and stay there late and not be able to get home afterwards.
Yeah. It's and if you do want to drive, you got to pay for parking. You got to pay for gas. If you don't, you have to use public transportation. But then you got to get out there at a set time, and it becomes like a multitude of factors. It's like, okay, I can deal with this, and it just kind of piles up, and it's just like it becomes somewhat discouraging. But then sometimes I got to buckle down and just do it anyways.
Exactly. And as gay as it sounds, Hono actually has a good point. We did have a KOF slumber party.
That's cool.
I was about to point that out.
The thing about King of Fighters slumber parties, though, or anything like that, it's more like, you get together, and then what usually happens for me in slumber parties at past, age 14 is like, all right, I'm going home, guys. It's like 7 in the morning, but I ain't sleeping in.
Yeah, but I get I understand NorCal's position traveling because it costs a lot. That's what me, Tekken, Tim, Fnatic, and Nice have to go through, and Nocturnal. Whenever we want to go somewhere to play, it's minimum 2 hours for us to get somewhere, and we end up spending a lot in gas.
Yeah.
That doesn't include we got to factor in 4 hours total of travel time down and back, so we can't stay as long as we'd like. So I get what they have to go through. We're in that same position.
Right, and you can imagine how much it would suck if somebody said, "Hey, Gibby, we think you're top 5 in SoCal."
Yo, Gibby, you're really good, and we need you to come down. But it's like, well, that'd be nice if things were a bit more fortunate on my side. But it's not how it is all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure if all the people who play KOF in NorCal were actually getting together at one spot, the top 5 list would have been totally different.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that some of these people wouldn't be on the list already, but I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be there.
I'm thinking if people got together and played a lot more regularly, there'd be less of people just picking, top 5 winners from, Southtown. The people would actually know a lot more in depth about each player.
Yeah, exactly.
For all we could have known, we could have seen Dark Talent up there or whatever. Nobody really knows.
No, I know, and everybody's asking me how come it was pretty much just Southtown, and I'm like, I didn't really have an answer for that, man.
Because that's all people said.
That's all. That's only people playing KOF anymore.
Everyone's like Southtown and Pain, and it's like, well,
yeah, and Pain is from pre-Evo assumptions. Yeah. So I mean, I didn't know what to tell them. And that sucked the most, is where I was just like, why is Southtown being classified as all of NorCal? And it's like,
yeah, I'm obviously an outsider to the whole NorCal scene, but I can say this much: the reason I feel Southtown was chosen is because that's the only place really playing KOF right now.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Ram Nation is kind of sort of defunct right now. Ever since Tyram has actually been working. He's actually doing well right now with life stuff, and that's more important. And I haven't seen much from the Ram Nation players with KOF since then, outside of Payne going to UCI or not UCI, NCI, and that's pretty much it. I don't know what the other guys are doing.
I know there's bad netcode for it, but I seriously think us California players should be able to play effectively as long as we both have decent internet. I mean, obviously it's a toss-up. I can't play with LeBon, who's across town, 10 minutes away from my house, but somehow I was playing with the guy from Arizona with the 4-bar, so I think, at least at that point, we should try instead of just assuming the netcode's going to be bad. It won't be great, but it could be a viable option to play the game a lot more. But you're going to probably have to get on Facebook and be like, yo, somebody get on.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass, isn't it?
Yeah. You're just going to have to go through alternate means in order to be like, yo, get on. You don't know the connection's going to be bad. Let's at least test it out.
Yeah.
Playing more people is better than playing nobody and not playing the game.
No,
and boy, am I not playing the game.
You're a champion at that.
It feels so bad. It's like, oh yeah, I want to at least get into the practice mode, and I look over at my TV that doesn't exist anymore, and I'm like, man, I really wish that there was something here, a magical box that showed things to move.
Hey, I'm in the same spot. I look at my TV, but I don't see any systems around it.
It's got a couple of sock puppets in it.
All right, meet me in Fresno. We must conglomerate. Actually, Fresno's too close to me. We'll have to meet in Bakersfield.
Just the hollow cardboard box. They cut a hole in it, and there's a couple of sock puppets in there. Just
Yeah. Sock puppets are trying to J2C everything.
Yeah.
That's just what'll happen. I'll be sleeping, and every morning I'll have some guy just come in and double overhead fist me in the head. just as I wake up, oh man, it's just that sick Oki pressure.
Dude, that's an unemployed.
8 a.m. in the morning, some guy punches me in the head. Eventually, I'll learn how to block it or get out of the way, right? I'll be expecting it.
Yeah, eventually you're just gonna roll out of bed.
So, do any of you guys have any questions at all? Like people in chat, Twitter land, whatever's, tweet us, KOFCAST.
Yeah, send it to hashtag KOFCAST if there's anything.
You play with Professor all the time? He's from Japan. Well, he's not from Japan, but that's where he's living right now.
Well, I want to talk about Aftershock as an event, actually. And, despite how it ended for us, I thought that this is like, this is a great break from the majors monotony, just having to go to a tournament over and over again and just being like, it's fun. I get to hang out with all of you guys and have, get drunk and shit. But it feels like for the viewers, it's not really much of a payoff until the last day.
Yeah.
And so this event was pretty much just like, it's pretty much like a prize fight, like an HBO boxing event where it's like, yo, we got these guys fighting each other for your enjoyment, have some popcorn or Cracker Jacks and cool the fuck out, watch it, right? I think maybe, because I know this has been a question amongst a lot of content producers, but they're like, what the fuck do we do next? Can we keep doing majors for the rest of our lives, or are people just going to get bored of watching them? And most people are telling me, like, I'm getting pretty bored of watching pool play. That's some pretty lame shit. And so I think maybe
pool play is a toss-up because sometimes you can have amazing matches, and other times, just things go well. Like you can't gauge what's going to happen. You don't know where the best matches are going to be.
Well, exactly. That's why it's like it literally is a toss-up, and like let's face it, more often than not, it's pretty bad.
Yeah. With Oh wait, hold on. Reynolds is asking when is the next 5v5 going to be? Right now, it's looking very likely that it's going to be at SCR, which is in January of next year.
Mm-hmm.
As I've told everyone, because so many people in SoCal complained about the team that was chosen. A lot of people wanted to be on the team. They complained about not being on the team. Said it was biased. That the person who chose the team chose their friends or whatever. And I'm just gonna come out and say it. Out of all these people on the team, I only know Duck. I don't know the other people at all. They're somewhat acquaintances or whatever.
Right. And we're telling you this now so we can fucking put together an actual team.
Yeah,
for NorCal.
With
if you want to be on a team or if you want someone else, tell them represent, play them, get them prepared. Get yourself prepared.
This is mainly for you NorCal guys right now. Play the goddamn game. Okay, get better. And show that you're good. Like right now, honestly, I felt LeBron should have been on the NorCal team.
Yes.
But he does not play the damn game. He doesn't show up to anything. So him not being on the team is fine. Whatever. He doesn't show up to anything. Last time anyone saw him play KO13, Evo. That's it. He doesn't go to any NorCal function because it'd be so far away.
Right.
And I think his hair weighs his head down sometimes.
To give him a trailer for that.
Yes. I feel like you guys are most likely going to do a qualifier for it, right?
I would hope so.
Okay, well, we're going to do the same thing down here in SoCal, and as I said earlier, it's because of all the complaints we got for this team, and I get sick of hearing people complain about the littlest things, and everyone just wants the spotlight, everyone wants the exposure, and the fact of the matter is these people on the team SoCal at Aftershock, they wanted blood. They didn't care about being in front of a camera. They didn't care about getting their names out there. They just wanted to beat the crap out of NorCal.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And they ended up doing it, and I'm happy for them. I'm really proud of the guys, especially TDO. I don't know TDO at all, but I'm proud of the guy. Yeah, you repped us really well. Good job. And that's pretty much how it is. And I have two ideas for the next 5-on-5. Either we take top 5 from the season of the run back before SCR, or we do a planned event. The problem with doing top 5 from the last season of the run back is a lot of the players aren't going to the run back anymore.
Yep.
So we might it might not be a really good option right now. So I'll wait to see, and I'll very likely do a qualifier in December. I'll get together with some of the people, and we're just gonna do it. Just straight do it, and bam. I mean, some of you guys are saying an 8-on-8, 10v10. Damn.
Yeah, I know. Do we even have 10 players, man?
Yeah, I would love that, but does NorCal have 10 bodies that they can send
out? And I'm not talking about just 10 people who play KOF at Southtown. Do we have 10 people that can actually win a match?
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say.
Because even if it was a 10v10, are we just gonna have corpses just like sitting there like taking a beating or something.
Sidebar, fuck JD. I'm tired of hearing that fucking name whenever we talk about this.
Like for NorCal, like honestly, I cannot name 10 players that are good at the game. Like I'm not trying to rag on your scene.
No, I get that.
I mean, I'd say the same as well. Like, there's definitely some good play, but then like there's kind of like this like trench that like appears, and like not people have freaking bridged the gap yet.
Right, and I'm trying to eliminate that, but we need to do that like stat. And
Yeah.
right now, it's just fucking like like I'm just so glad KB's had such good fucking fundamentals, because I was just like, don't fuck up, don't fuck up, don't fuck
Yeah,
up.
like, and once again, I've been saying this. Fundamentals translate over from other games.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Like, they might have some different nuances, but for the most part, a low kick is still going to hit people in the shins if they're blocking high, and whatnot.
Don't let Tekken fool you.
What is his name? Hadulken said SoCal has Jump to Christ and NorCal has Wake Up EXDP. And look, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I watch Southtown a lot, and I see a lot of Wake Up EXDP.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about. We can't really, well, unless you're playing Joe, and you really don't have any other fucking choice.
Or you can bait it out like I did several times. Oh yeah.
How would that help me?
That will get you to stop doing it. That'll get you to just switch over to the Jump to Christ.
That's not fair.
No,
Like, Joe should have like a feint like dragon.
Yeah, he should actually. He really should have a faint Tiger King. I don't know why he doesn't have one. Just like fucking Garo style.
Oh, now you're talking my language.
Yes, right. See, he agrees.
Yeah.
Bring back Mary and like reel about 2 like 98 UMFE Mary.
Everybody's all like, "What the fuck is he talking about?"
Tyrion, Koopa, Dark Talon, Pain, Help Pockets, BBZ, El Gallo, insert many Mario player here for no reason, Roger Dodgers.
See, we can't even take that list seriously because it's got Roger Dodger's name on
that's
it.
what I was gonna say. I just heard Roger Dodger's name. That's it. You need to be banned from our channel.
No, see, SoCal got Jump to Christ, NorCal got jokes. That's all.
Yeah, NorCal is like they want to
joke.
fly, like they want to grow wings, like they're in the sky way too long. I feel.
Yeah.
So many times I would like watch people and be like, oh, I just like I probably would still lose because they're better players, but like from a fundamental matchup and like not just getting randomly tagged into HD, like I'm gonna knock these guys out of the air like 100 times.
Yeah, but NorCal, like they were playing the hell out of the game before, and I don't know what happened. Like what Hellpockets?
What's up?
Like what happened exactly? Like how come you guys slowly stopped playing as much?
Well, that's because hold on, Soulstar. That's because you're the de facto leader of Ram Nation because Siren can't do it.
Okay, but we only have 4 minutes left.
But I want to say like the reason why people stopped playing, I assume, is because P4 came out and we lost a lot of people with that. Another reason is
Not Guilty Gear. I'm not playing it.
Exactly. Another reason was we just didn't have time to do gatherings, and Southtown was really the only place that was holding regular meetups, and just not everybody could come down to Southtown, like I said. And that's where I realized things were starting to fuck up, was when people playing KOF hinged on whether or not they would go out of their way to go to Southtown.
Foppy, you're thinking of Isaiah.
Isaiah is like a non-factor. In the NorCal
He said he was going to start playing again. I haven't seen him play. I heard Jose played him and he was beating him a bunch of times. And I'm just
Why would he want to play a game that he doesn't like?
I don't see him playing anything.
Or does he actually like the game and he's just...
Is he full of shit? Yes.
Yeah.
He's my boy,
well, I mean,
but
the guy does like Athena. He does like her enough to cosplay.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Are we going to go there? Do I get to show those photos? Where the hell is
next time.
Okay.
We're strapped for time. If you can find it in the next 3 minutes, cool.
I probably won't because I got to sift through Jasmine's bullshit.
Yeah, there's too much bullshit there. So with 3 minutes left, once again, we'd like to thank everyone who's involved with the event. Ultra Chen, obviously Ultra David and James Chen. I Play Winner, Hans.
Dude, by the way, I want to definitely thank Hans for pretty much everything, because as a lot of people know, this was his last stream for IPW.
Yeah, sadly, he went out with a great event. This was the perfect way for him to go out.
Right, not too boisterous, but still kicked a lot of ass. I I mean, he's pretty, like, I can't go into too much, but he's pretty much the guy that got KOF started in NorCal as far as, like, streaming content goes. So
Yeah.
Well, not only that, he kept KOF 13 relevant when SoCal stopped playing it once console wasn't out.
Right, and we helped him out with that, but we definitely couldn't have done anything without him.
Yeah.
It was just a bunch of guys sitting around the room, like, trying to get, like, a Black Magic Intensity Pro shuttle to work.
So what I was last on Hans Magus, Chris Seglia especially, the Santa Barbara crew, KOCAST, Metaphysics, Sanchez for doing commentary. Who else was there? I can't remember. Roger Dodger jumping on commentary and just getting circles ran around him by Sanchez. I'm like at a loss for words. The players, I'll name them. What was it? BBZ, El Gallo, K Beast, Hell Pockets, Fixel, Duck, TDO, Bland Wolf, Warrock.
Some other guy.
DJ Divine, and then Filipino Champ, Drew Grimey, CJ Showstopper, Hanzo Gonzo, K Beast. Come on, need some help with these last three. Or last two. Three, actually.
You already got Drew Grimey.
Drew Grimey. Damn it.
X-Ray.
Yeah, X-Ray.
Dacid Bro.
Dacid Bro.
Oh, he doesn't play Marvel anymore.
Yeah. I can't remember. I'm sorry. I really can't remember who else was on the NorCal team. Win Zero, we already said? Or no, wait.
No,
Win
Patrick.
Patrick, yeah, Patrick. He was so tiny, I didn't really notice him.
Yeah.
And there was one more. There's one name we're forgetting from Team NorCal. Where we're sorry for that. And then SoCal, Combo Fiend, Fnatic, Knives, Killer Kai, Y2J, Clockwork, and there are two more people from Team SoCal. Wentinel.
Jesuis.
Yeah, and then once again, James Chen's friend who made that awesome cake.
Is that all you want to say about her? Is that all we're allowed to say about her?
I guess. I don't know. She's not anyone in the scene.
Does anybody? Maybe somebody recognizes her.
Yeah, well, I mean, if she's someone in the scene, I don't know. I'm sorry, James. If you're still listening, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to offend your friend.
Nah, she's cool.
Yeah, she made that awesome cake. And she's a redhead, so she's cool in my books.
Yeah, I was gonna say like you like them redheads.
So yeah, once again, thanks to all those people involved and the sponsors: Arcade Shock, 8ARC, SRK, and Broken Tier. We're gonna call it a night, everyone. Be sure to tune into Ultra Chen tonight.
Yeah. Any other shout-outs? Let's see. Shout-outs to everybody who supported us back here in NorCal. Like, we had our words, but it's nothing but love, and I want to see us get back into it. And if you're really interested in doing this, then hit me up, and we're gonna try to get some shit going.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to get like either at my place or somebody else's place. There'll be a stream for everybody who just needs a stream to play. But like, let's fucking do this, because I know that I'm not the best player in NorCal. I'm good, but I'm not the best. I've seen people do way better shit than me.
Yeah.
So I want them to come out and if I have to be a commentator for the rest of my life, fine. That's fine.
You're good at it though. I'm not trying to offend you, but you're a better commentator than player.
Obviously.
You do know the game well enough to commentate it, since you can't apply everything you know in the game.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean. But yeah,
I'm not talking shit.
We can talk shit afterwards. But yeah, I just want to let everybody know that. Anyway, yeah, that's about it.
I want to say one last thing as a closing thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Shout outs to rivalries like NorCal versus SoCal. Like, obviously we want to win and we want to have like that badge, that plaque on our wall. Like, we beat you, 2012, like fall or whatever. But like, I really like the fact that we can like hate each other's guts and then shake hands at the end with like there being no real animosity towards each other as a person.
Right.
Like, that's great. Like, you could hate someone and you can talk as much trash as you want, but I mean, like, that doesn't mean we have to get like violent or anything. Like, rivalries are a great thing, and if people are talking trash to you and you feel like really upset, like, you should put them in their place and then have them go back and forth. Don't just be like, that guy's a dick, I'm gonna stay away from him for the rest of my life. And it's like, no. Like, you got to show yourself. Unless the guy is legitimately a dick, then, you know, whatever. But still try and beat him anyways. Just, rivalries are a great thing to have in the fighting game community or in any sort of competitive scene.
Yeah. Alright, so, anything else you guys want to... actually, we're done.
We're done?
We're pretty much done. Yeah, I mean, it's 8:03, I just realized that. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. Be sure to follow everyone involved. There's a tweet on KOFCAST, I believe. Just follow all those names. Some of the names we mentioned that were part of the event.
Is Ultra 10 on today?
I believe it is.
Go watch them.
Yeah, go check out Ultra Chen TV. They're starting up live.
They'll probably recap the event.
Yeah, they'll get into a lot of Marvel stuff. If they don't do it today, they'll do it tomorrow. And be sure to tune in because you know they obviously know Marvel better than the three of us.
Yeah.
Okay. There's no Ultra Chen TV tonight.
Tomorrow. There's no Ultra. That is tomorrow. Yes.
All right.
So
check it out.
In 8
okay,
o'clock.
So we're not stepping on anyone's toes today.
No.
Except for that stupid P4 stream that's totally trying to jack our time slot.
That one's actually canceled this week.
That's right, it is. Guess who canceled it?
Okay, well, since we're not stepping on toes, let's just answer this question.
This question from, I believe it is Goran.
He says, he asks, how will KOF community survive in places with without local scenes? What can people like me do to spread the KOF love? And that is something a lot of people have been asking for over 12, 13 years. The best thing you can do is try to find people interested in the game. Take the game to local meets.
Yeah, if there's no local scene, try and make it. You're gonna have to put in work. Well, you don't have to do everything yourself too. As long as you can get like 2 or 3 other guys maybe interested. Just you gotta really hammer it in there. It's hard.
Yeah, like I'm gonna use just Lancaster Palmdale area, like where I live. We never had a scene here. Okay, I tried starting something up over 10 years ago, and it didn't work out. When the arcade here shut down, everything died. We have a local group here called Homegrown Gaming. They started out with like only 3-4 people going to their meets. Now I believe there's like 20 people showing up, and they're like they bring in big names too. They recently started getting Fnatic, Knives, Tech, and Tim to show. Some of these guys do show up to the run back or Wednesday night fights with HGG tag on their name or when they enter. And like look, I've been in this area for a long time. I'm not joking when I say there's never been a scene here. These guys made something out of nothing, and anyone can do it around the country as long as they put the effort into it. Yeah. The main problem with the KOF scene is a lot of people have tried, and in the end they just stop. They just either get sick of it or they just quit in the middle of it. And like that, it worked back in the day when I was doing it. I actually had a KOF scene going here. I had a Mark of the Wolf scene going here. Like me, Knock, Magician, we started something from nothing. And sure, it did die over time because people weren't interested, but the scene is much different now. There are more players, more people. Like a lot of people are interested in all these old games. A lot of people are interested in KOF 13, but they're too afraid to get into it because they just don't know it. It's very unfamiliar to them. If you know the game, you can teach them. If you can't teach them, you ask. Like there's so many sources. You can check the SRK wiki. There's a gigantic thread on SRK. There's a whole subsection on SRK for KOF. Go there. Like there are so many people willing to help. Like the KOF community wants the scene to grow. Yeah. As of right now, I hate to say this, it's pretty much just SoCal and NorCal. And we need to expand it. The only way to expand it is by getting the local scenes around the country together. And I've heard Kansas has a scene now. Chicago has a scene. I've been told by Nothing X's that Miami has a scene. And the next level has slowly been getting better ever since console release. So there are small pockets here and there around the country. But they don't get much exposure because these days everyone assumes you need a stream to be successful.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, it is true.
I wouldn't say that. You don't need to have a stream to be successful in playing the game.
Yeah.
And spreading
but to get
the word.
exposure for your scene, you need a stream or you need a YouTube channel where you upload videos.
Or maybe we can try an alternative and if you really want to get exposure out for your stream, tell everyone about us, and then we'll have you on and help you blow it up.
Yeah, that works.
Like, this is all community, you know? obviously you enjoy us, but you could tell your friends, play fighting games or whatever, and it's like we'll have you come on maybe for 10 minutes, say what you do, where you're at. If anybody else wants in, we can connect people right to where you need to have it. We could have pages on whatever to represent a certain scene or whatever. I mean, it's just we have to work together.
Yeah, and speaking of that, I believe Ultra Chen actually did an episode about how to build a scene. I remember James Chen talking about smaller scenes in the community. I'm trying to remember that. That's where they first heard my Twitter name, and they were like, "Oh my God, Manchester! That's such an awesome yeah." I can't remember which episode it was, but just watch Ultra Chen in general. Like they always have like there are a lot of things that they talk about that most people don't really bring out into the public. Like they have given people great ways to start up scenes. They have helped out people, promoted other scenes, and they do a good job with this. Just people don't give them a lot of credit because they always assume like, oh, it's just all they do is Marvel, and the only reason people see that is because Marvel is pretty much the biggest game in the States right now. Okay. And I don't hate on them. I love that picture. I don't hate on them for doing that. Marvel is where everything's at, and Marvel's Marvel isn't a great game itself to me, but it's a great game to watch. The drama in the Marvel 3 scene is great too, so it's a great game to cover. Like what else is there? I'm trying to think. Like there aren't many other venues to get it out. Like go to SRK, go to the matchmaking forums, find your region, do something there. I mean,
something happen.
Yeah, that's how a lot of people meet up too. They're like Bakersfield has a freaking scene. Bakersfield has a scene. Okay, Victorville. Like these two are like out of the way from everyone. Those two places have scenes, and they're bigger than most other scenes, which is scary. And it all started on SRK. Just go there and you can make something. Trust me. And
damn, that's about it. Yeah.
Another thing about a scene that really helps too is that like small scenes need to stick together. So like
that actually is true. We can't fight each other.
If you like, even like for other games, like even if you play King of Fighters and that's your main game and you know that in and out, I mean that doesn't stop you from like, oh, okay, maybe I'll dabble a little bit in like some other game that like, oh, I'm not that interested, but I'll help them out every now and again. You might either like the game or you might not, but you could show support. Like for all you people that I always hear, oh, I'd like to learn King of Fighters, but I don't play it because it's too hard. Like just have them play it, Like, yeah. Just like, even be like, yo, like run some stuff with me, like, teach you some stuff. Maybe you can teach me some stuff about whatever game you're playing or whatever. Like, it's a community, not like warring games. It's not, it's console wars or anything.
Yeah, and not only that, if you're having a meet, don't just keep it to one game. Like, if you have other communities around you, try to have as many communities come out to this meet. You get more, you get the, what is the word? Oh, wow, wow. See, my mind just drew a blank.
More exposure?
Not more exposure. Okay, you get to contact...
A variety.
Yeah, there's like a variety of people. You make more connections, and everyone slowly gets to know each other. And eventually, like, it's not 100% certain, but yeah, other people will eventually start playing other games. And then, of course, like, everyone can help each other out in different ways. Friends, like, okay, we're friends. Okay, we get together, we do something, we can tell our friends, try to bring our friends to this, and so on and so on and so on. And one person brings another, that person brings in two, whatever, and it works out that way. That's how like me, Magician, and Nocturnal built the Mark of the Wolves scene here back in the day. We actually had like gigantic gatherings, not gigantic, but big gatherings for a freaking game that everyone thought was broken, and then we proved them wrong, baby. Yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, before we completely shut out, shout outs to Vidon. It's his birthday. We'll be at Dragonlance tonight celebrating in spectacular form. So if you can make it out there, get out there.
I totally won't be able to.
Well, I know.
I'll try to make it out tonight. It's only like 6.5 hours away, I think.
Jump on a jetpack, man. I know you're good for it.
Oh yeah. I'll just. Do you remember the helicopter technique I was talking about?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll just do that.
Dude, that sounds exhausting.
And I'll do it, but hey, I'll prove you wrong.
You're gonna be like no good by the time you get here. Your hips are just gonna be shot.
Yeah, maybe. Okay. No more inside jokes. Once again, Aftershock was an amazing event. Thanks to everyone who was involved, and a special thanks to Cracker Jacks.
Shout outs to Cracker Jacks.
The official food of Aftershock. I didn't get. I didn't
Special
get
prize
that.
on the inside.
Very
Yes,
special.
Very special prize. Me personally, I didn't eat any. I'm not too much of a fan of Cracker Jacks. But yeah, everyone else loved it. And good shit, Cracker Jacks.
Good shit, Cracker Jacks made that ride back very bearable. All right, we gotta get out of here. Signing off for KOFCAST Super Desperation Radio. I am Hell Pockets.
Gibby.
And I'm Walkman. Later.
See ya. Follow us at KOFCAST and like us on Facebook, please.